Look, your first place Chicago Bears, love saying that. They got even more great news heading into this game at Lambeau. And what I want to talk about in this video is a few things. I'm going to cover that the Bears have some key starters that are going to be ready to go for this game now that the practice report is out. Also, a Green Bay issue, an injury of their own, among other things, gives Chicago the perfect setup to take Green Bay down on Sunday afternoon. So let's get to these injuries first. And the Chicago Bears, honestly, they've battled injuries, especially at linebacker. You can really give kudos to defensive coach Dennis Allen. He has schemed up some beautiful things. I've read some stories that accused him of witchcraft because of the schemes that he's put forward to compensate for these linebackers being out. Guess what? I think we're going to get some back here because the Bears held practice yesterday at Alice Hall. Linebacker TJ Edwards with the hand and hamstring and Noah Sewell with the elbow. They're back on the field for the first time in 3 weeks. So good to see. Keep in mind, we're not going to see Tremaine Edmonds for a while. He's still on IR. He's going to be out for a couple more games still. Now, the Bears, they released the formal practice report today, the formal injury report today. Now, keep in mind, this is an estimation because the Bears didn't practice today. So this is an estimation once again. And it looks like, yep, TJ Edwards, he's listed as limited. But look at these names here that are full go. You're looking at Andrew Billings. He's going to be ready to go after getting over the concussion. Jalen Johnson, no setbacks. Kyler Gordon, no setbacks. And you've also got Dominique Robinson. Nobody's really thinking about him, but he was down with a concussion. He is full bore, ready to go. Such a great thing to have him back. He was really flashing. This defensive staff has essentially resurrected his career. He was starting to get to the passer. He was starting to provide a lot of quality depth on this defensive line, most notably at end. So good to see Dominique back. And once again, Noah Sewell, the practice was not an anomaly. He is full estimated to go 100% full strength. And now we also had some emerging players at linebacker, right? We have DeMarco Jackson. We have Amen. They stepped into bigger roles while these players are out. And you know what? They're still going to be a factor for this linebacker crew because you could actually see these players being on a pitch count a little bit. Noah, most notably, Noah and Edwards, they're going to be on a pitch count most notably because that's what the Bears did with Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon against Philly. So they're ramping back up. So thankful they're going to be ready to go, especially Dominique Robinson. And we've still got Jackson and AM. We have a deep and good linebacker crew, and we are so close to having this full defense available to be at the disposal of defensive coordinator Dennis Allen. And it's also going to be really interesting to see how he rotates these corners in because he no longer needs them to cheat down and help the linebackers. So I think you're going to see some exotic looks here. I think you're going to see an aggressive Dennis Allen defense here because he's almost got all the toys in the toy chest to play with. So let's kind of shift over to what's going on in Green Bay. And there is a huge injury that I think is going to make all the difference in this game. And most notably, it's going to make the difference in the chess match that's going to go on. Ben Johnson, he's going to need to show a different look than he did in Philly. There's zero cut and paste to this game. And Ben, he really needs to force the Packers defense to spread out. Running the ball neutralizes pass rush, right? Duh. It's the best way to neutralize Micah Parsons is if you can run it right down the middle. And also it's essential to force Green Bay into playing light boxes. Green Bay likes to go heavy into the box. Philadelphia, we face light boxes the absolute whole game. That was partially due to Ben Johnson's scheme, but it was also due to Philadelphia just not adjusting. I think Green Bay is not going to make that mistake. The Bears' bread and butter, it's still running the football. That's how they're going to grind wins during this time of year, and I still think that's how we're going to beat Green Bay. But we have to be able to mix in the run and the pass out of these spread-out formations, force Green Bay to lighten the box, and the biggest reason that we're going to be able to do that is because Devontae Wyatt, he's out for the year. Their number one defensive tackle. That's absolutely huge. not to celebrate injuries, but it is of huge benefit for your Chicago Bears that he is out. That's going to mean this center of the defense is going to be soft. I'll get to the second level. I will take our running backs and our offensive line against these linebackers any day of the week. SI provided some more specific statistics on this, just top notch. I always want to give credit. So this is what SI let us know here. Coming into week 13, the Eagles allowed the third most rushing yards with light boxes, 867. The Bears definitely took advantage of it. So we had fewer than 7 in the box consistently against Philly. They're really respecting the pass, and Ben Johnson recognized that. He ran the ball down their throats. Philly didn't adjust their scheme. And then they further go on SI. Monangai and Swift combined for 179 yards, and most of that damage came out of 11 personnel. That forced those light boxes as Monangai saw light boxes out of 11, 81% of his rushes, while Swift saw it on 75%. I mean, you guys, the Chicago Bears receivers, we need Rome Odunze, most particularly DJ Moore. They're going to have to be receivers in this game, and Caleb Williams is going to have to get them the ball. We have to force Green Bay to respect the pass so we can face those light boxes that we faced against Philadelphia that we're able to take advantage of. And with that light box, we're going to have a really soft defense to exploit, running the ball right up the middle. Second level against those linebackers, I have no worry whatsoever. And I think it's absolutely important that this is schemed properly, because Ben Johnson has even said recently that he thinks Green Bay is the best defense that the Bears have faced all year. Now let's kind of look at what these teams like to run, because we want to force Green Bay out of what they like to do, because Green Bay, they deploy a light box on only 49.3% of its defensive snaps. That's ninth highest rate in the league coming into last week. But the Eagles, they have the highest mark at 63.3%. So, I mean, the Packers don't use sub-packages as much with extra defensive backs as often as Philly does. They rely more on their linebackers to stay on the field, and they think that provides a stouter front against the running attack than cornerbacks, obviously, and I think that's logical, but Chicago's got to make them respect the pass. I also think tight end is going to be key here. That's going to be a game where DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Luther Burden, these guys step up and occasionally run that 11 and 12 personnel. Run that 12 personnel, get these two tight ends out there, take advantage of mismatches against linebackers, throw it long, and take advantage of that soft middle with their defensive tackle being out. I mean, you guys let me know what you think. I really like the Bears' chances, but I think that we need to own the middle of the field, spread out this defense, neutralize Micah Parsons, and this is going to be so much fun. It has been so long since this game has been relevant, right? Since both of these teams have something major to lose, whoever wins this game has full command of the NFC North right now. But if the Bears can win it, they open up over a game lead on Green Bay. Detroit, I'm not even going to talk about them. So much fun. In a couple days, probably Saturday morning, I'm going to have my friend Jason from Sports Talk Packers, really close friend. He's going to have some things to discuss and lead up to this game. Hopefully you don't see us argue. I think we can keep our friendship during Bears-Packers weekend. Looking forward to that. You guys are awesome. Continue to hit the like. Continue to hit the subscribe button. I want you to be a part of this community as we head towards 10,000 subscribers. Love you guys. Bear down. And bring on Green Bay.